What happens when the husband of a Maasai woman dies? Well, in most cultures, the woman will live life with her children, inheriting her husband's wealth, and she can choose to marry only if she wants. But in Maasai culture, things are different. After the husband's death, his brother will not only inherit his property, but his wives and children as well. Yet things don't stop here. Women are married on their family's will, mostly at a young age, and their husbands might already have tens of wives. That's because polygamy is common in the Maasai tribe. However, instead of seeing these traditions with contempt, it's better to really understand that it's part of their culture, which they have been holding close to for centuries. So, what is the philosophy behind other shocking traditions, besides these ones, in the Maasai tribe? Welcome to a new episode of Black Afric Diary, a channel where we talk about Black African history, culture, arts, and civilization. It's a place where you will see the real picture of Black Africa, its stories, and the events defining it. In this episode, we will tell you about uncommon and sometimes shocking things the Maasai women do not want you to know. Let's get started. Number 10. Scarification as a mark of beauty. In Western culture, if a woman has marks on her face or body, chances are that she won't find a suitable partner. However, in Maasai culture, more marks are given in the form of scarification, and it increases the beauty of women. This is a belief held by Maasai men who prefer women with scarification. That's because, for the Maasai people of East Africa, scarification is a deeply meaningful cultural practice, much like in many other African tribes. This tradition involves making cuts, burns, or gouges on the skin, which are then treated with ash, gunpowder, or sometimes acid to create raised, detailed scars. These scars form unique patterns that stand out against their dark complexion, serving as both body art and symbols of identity, status, and cultural heritage. In a community where tattoos may not be as visible, scarification offers a bold and lasting form of self-expression. However, scarification goes beyond aesthetics. In Maasai culture, it is a rite of passage, especially for the Moran, or warriors. For these young men, the process of scarification marks their transition from boyhood to manhood. It's not just about the physical act, but about proving their strength, endurance, and bravery. During the ritual, the Moran must endure the pain without showing fear or flinching, qualities that are highly respected in the Maasai warrior tradition. These scars become symbols of courage and strength, traits essential for protecting the community and facing dangers, including hunting lions. The scars, made with sharpened sticks or knives and treated with substances that intensify the pain, show both the visual representation of a warrior's spirit and their endurance. For Maasai women, scarification is also a rite of passage, particularly before childbirth. In a society that values large families, these scars represent a woman's strength and readiness for motherhood. Just like men, women must endure the pain of scarification, proving their strength and ability to handle the demands of motherhood and family life. Therefore, these scars are far from cosmetic. They symbolize a woman's capacity to endure hardship and her willingness to embrace the responsibilities of family. Number 9. Ceremonial virginity testing. In some Maasai communities, ceremonial virginity testing is a traditional practice tied to significant life events, particularly marriage. This ritual is often conducted before certain ceremonies as a way to confirm a young woman's purity. While it may seem unfamiliar or unusual from an outside perspective, within the Maasai community, it carries deep cultural importance connected to values of morality, honor, and family respect. Virginity testing is seen as a way to ensure that a bride enters marriage with purity, a highly prized quality. It reflects the honor of her family and their obligation to uphold cultural traditions. In this context, a young woman's virginity symbolizes her willingness for marriage and her adherence to the traditional values that the Maasai hold dear. The process is typically carried out by community elders or experienced women who are responsible for verifying the girl's virginity before the marriage can proceed. The outcome of the virginity test can influence marriage negotiations, including the bride price that the groom's family offers to the bride's family. Passing the test brings a sense of pride to the girl's family, reinforcing their status and respect within the community. However, this practice is gradually becoming less common due to modernization and the growing influence of new perspectives on individual rights and gender equality. Number 8. Widow inheritance. Widow inheritance, a practice long observed in Maasai culture, is a traditional way of ensuring the continuation of family care and support after the death of a husband. When a Maasai man passes away, his widow does not remain unmarried or left without support. Instead, she is inherited by one of her late husband's male relatives, typically his brother. This practice is rooted in Maasai values of family unity, care for the widow, and the preservation of wealth and family lineage. In this system, the inheriting male relative takes on the responsibility of caring for the widow and her children, ensuring that they continue to receive social and economic support. The practice helps keep family assets, such as cattle, within the extended family, while also providing stability for the widow. In Maasai culture, where family bonds are tightly woven, widow inheritance is seen as a way to maintain these connections and protect the well-being of all family members. Widow inheritance also serves to preserve the deceased husband's lineage. Any future children that the widow may have with her new partner are often considered part of her late husband's family line, allowing his name and legacy to live on. This aspect of the tradition is highly valued in Maasai culture, where family heritage and continuity are important. Number 7. Polygamy in Maasai culture. The Maasai, a semi-nomadic people from East Africa, have a unique tradition of polygamy, where men can have multiple wives. This practice is not merely a sign of wealth, but also a way to strengthen social and family bonds. In Maasai society, cattle are highly valued, and the bride price, often paid in cattle, plays a key role in strengthening marriages. Typically, families are the ones who arrange these marriages, with the bride's family negotiating the terms, including the bride price, with the groom's family. Polygamy in Maasai culture is viewed as a way to build and maintain strong family alliances and elevate social status. By marrying multiple wives, a man forges ties with several families, which helps ensure social unity within the community. Once married, Maasai women take on significant roles within the household, managing daily tasks, caring for livestock, and raising children. Rather than feeling rivalry, the co-wives work together, sharing their responsibilities, homes, and husbands. This collaboration strengthens bonds among the women and helps manage the family's resources more efficiently. Interestingly, Maasai women also engage in a form of polyandry. When a woman marries, she marries not only her husband but also his entire circumcision group, men who were circumcised together as part of their rite of passage into adulthood. In the absence of her husband, these men can spend time with the woman, an arrangement that promotes cooperation and unity within the community. For the Maasai, this collective approach to marriage promotes strong family networks and provides women with valuable support systems through their co-wives. Number 6. Drinking cow blood. The Maasai people have a profound connection to their cattle, which are central to their way of life. One of their most distinctive practices is drinking cow blood. This tradition is not just a reflection of their bond with cattle, but also a sustainable way to use resources without harming the animals. Rather than slaughtering their cows for meat, the Maasai practice bloodletting. They use a small arrow or spear to pierce the cow's neck and draw blood through a bamboo straw. This method allows them to collect blood without killing or seriously injuring the cow. The cow heals within a few days, enabling the Maasai to repeat the process, usually once a month. For the Maasai, blood is a crucial part of their diet, valued for its nutritional content. It is often consumed on special occasions such as weddings and circumcision ceremonies. Beyond nutrition, blood is believed to have healing properties and has been used to treat drunkenness or illness. It can be consumed fresh, mixed with milk, or incorporated into other traditional dishes. You see, in Maasai culture, cattle are much more than just a food source. They symbolize wealth, status, and life itself. Bloodletting allows the Maasai to sustain themselves while preserving the lives of their cattle, making it a vital aspect of their identity and a show of their deep respect for their animals. This sustainable practice ensures that the Maasai can continue their way of life while maintaining the health and well-being of their herds. Before we continue further, tell us, are you enjoying the video? If yes, please like and share the video and subscribe to our channel to watch more videos on Black Africa. Let's continue now. Number 5. Shaving heads for marriage. In Maasai culture, marriage is a profound and symbolic transition, marking a woman's shift from her family home to her new life as a wife. One of the most significant rituals in a Maasai wedding is the shaving of the bride's head. This act is more than just a physical change. It signifies the bride's willingness to the responsibilities of marriage and motherhood. The preparations for the wedding begin 3 days before the ceremony. The groom, attended by his best man, a woman, and a young girl, arrives at the bride's home with gifts, including 2 fattened rams and honey for brewing beer. Their arrival symbolizes the merging of 2 families, an important aspect in Maasai culture where cattle and herds hold great significance. The night before the wedding, one of the rams is slaughtered as part of the bride's head-shaving ritual. This act is symbolic of the bride's transition from childhood to adulthood. As her hair is shaved off, it represents leaving her past behind and preparing for the responsibilities ahead. The shaved head marks a fresh start, showing that she is ready for her new life as a wife and future mother. The second ram is also slaughtered that evening. The meat from both rams is consumed before the night ends, and some of the fat is preserved for the bride. This fat symbolizes the transfer of wealth from the bride's family to her new household, further strengthening the bond between the 2 families. On the day of the wedding, the bride is dressed in traditional Maasai attire, including leather rings made from the rams that were slaughtered for her. She also wears a string of black beads, which symbolizes her connection to her new life and family. Her shaved head, along with the ceremonial dress, is a visible sign of her readiness to leave her family and embrace her new role as a wife. Number 4. Maasai women's attraction to high jumping. The Adumu dance, or the jumping dance, is one of the most iconic and energetic traditions of the Maasai. Often seen in photographs and films, it's more than just an eye-catching display. It's a significant rite of passage for Maasai men. This ceremonial dance is a key part of the transition for young warriors, or Morani, into manhood. Tourists may experience a simplified version on safari tours, but for the Maasai, the Adumu carries deep cultural meaning. During the dance, young men leap as high as they can, with each jump demonstrating strength, agility, and stamina. The higher the leap, the more impressive the performance, often drawing the attention of young women in the community. A well-executed jump can boost a man's chances for marriage, as it symbolizes his readiness for adult responsibilities. Number 3. Marriage negotiations involving cattle. In Maasai society, cattle are central not only to the economy, but also to social and cultural life. They play a vital role in marriage negotiations, where they are used as dowry payments to the bride's family. The number of cattle offered reflects not only the groom's wealth, but also his social standing within the community. Older Maasai men, who typically have larger herds, are often in a better position to marry, sometimes even taking multiple wives. The dowry process is an important part of marriage, symbolizing the union of 2 families and their herds, reinforcing the Maasai's deep connection to livestock. On the wedding day, the importance of cattle is further emphasized with the ritual slaughter of a bull. This act serves as both a symbolic gesture of the couple's union and as a way to provide food for the community gathering. The feast that follows not only celebrates the marriage, but also strengthens the bonds within the community, highlighting how cattle help maintain social ties. Beyond marriage, cattle also serve as compensation for disputes or conflicts within the community, helping to resolve disagreements and maintain harmony. This system reinforces the role of cattle as more than just a resource for food or trade. Rather, they are a crucial element of the Maasai social structure. Women play an essential role in caring for cattle, taking on tasks such as milking, feeding, and ensuring the health of the livestock. Yet they do not have ownership rights over the animals. Instead, cattle are owned by the men, either their husbands or fathers. Number 2. Women building homes in Maasai culture. In Maasai culture, the responsibility of building and maintaining homes falls to the women. While men are primarily tasked with herding cattle and providing for the family, it's the women who construct the family's living space. This might come as a surprise to outsiders, but it is a well-established part of Maasai life. Pregnant women and the elderly are usually excused from these duties, but they play a key role in passing down knowledge to younger women, ensuring that the skills required to build homes are preserved across generations. Maasai homes are made using natural materials sourced from the surrounding environment. The structures are typically circular or oval, built with a strong frame of timber poles planted in the ground for stability. Once the frame is in place, smaller branches are woven between the poles to create a sturdy frame. This framework is then plastered with a mixture of water, mud, cow dung, and human urine, which strengthens the walls. The roof is also plastered with this mixture and then covered with grass, providing an eco-friendly and weather-resistant shelter. Although these huts are compact, standing at around 1.5 meters tall, they are multifunctional. Inside, families cook, eat, sleep, and gather together. The huts are typically dark, with small round windows that allow natural light to enter. Each home usually has 2 beds, one for the parents and one for the children, promoting a close family environment. Number 1. Pressure to have children in Maasai culture. In Maasai society, the pressure on women to have children is significant and deeply rooted in traditional values and social norms. From a young age, Maasai girls are taught that their primary role is to become mothers. This expectation is not just a personal goal, but a societal measure of a woman's worth. A woman's ability to bear children, particularly sons, is closely linked to her status within the community, as having many children is seen as a way to secure wealth and stability. Marriage, often arranged by families at a young age, intensifies this pressure. Once married, women are expected to have children quickly, and those who are unable to conceive may face social stigma. In Maasai culture, children, especially sons, are valued for their role in supporting the family, such as helping with herding or other essential tasks. And a woman who does not fulfill the societal expectation of motherhood may be seen as lacking value, leading to feelings of isolation or inadequacy. The patriarchal nature of Maasai society reinforces this belief, with men often viewing a woman's fertility as central to her identity and worth. This can lead to anxiety for women facing fertility challenges or health issues related to childbirth. The cultural belief that women are primarily caretakers places additional pressure on them to prioritize childbearing, sometimes at the expense of their own well-being. Women who do not fulfill this role can lose social standing and face a difficult position within the community. What do you think? Should the Maasai tribe be taught about modern norms or values? Or should their culture be respected instead of imposing what we believe is right? In the comment section right below, share your thoughts on the fact that this is a dilemma where both teaching them or leaving them as they are seem unsatisfactory. Do you want to watch more videos like this one? If yes, subscribe to our channel and press the bell icon next to it. We bring videos on Black Africa, its history, rich arts and culture, and things the world should know about. Thanks for watching, and until the next video, stay tuned.